One of the most important pieces of critical thinking is the process of developing an argument. And I'm not talking about what these two in this photo are doing. I'm talking about the process of establishing a position, a claim, a belief that makes sense and is based on facts and as much as possible objectivity. So for the purposes of this conversation, an argument is a claim defended with reasons. That's all we're talking about when I'm referring to the process of establishing an argument in the world of critical thinking. So I'm going to walk you through an argument, a claim that I want to make, and that is that tennis is better than pickleball. Now, what the heck does that mean? I'm going to talk about what I mean here in a moment. Now, I firmly believe that tennis is a better sport than pickleball. I have a lot of deep-seated biases when it comes to this matter because A, I hate the sound that the pickleball mallets make when they hit the ball. It's an obnoxious sound. B, a number of tennis courts in eastern Idaho have been converted to pickleball courts, and that irritates me. C, when they're converted, they tend to be side by side with tennis courts, which means there's pickleball happening nearby. And again, it's more of a social game than tennis is. The sound it makes is sort of bothersome to me. These are all personal biases. They have nothing to do with fact. But let me take it to the next step. So now I'm going to be a little bit more nuanced and establish a conditional premise. So I made a broad, unsubstantiated claim that pickleball is not as good as tennis. Now what I'm going to do is provide some nuance to that, and I'm going to try to make the argument, defend the argument that tennis is both more physically demanding and requires more skill, and therefore is better in certain ways than pickleball. Now I'm getting down into a more well thought out, well defined claim and argument. So let's talk about how I'm going to defend that. There is substantial evidence supporting the idea that tennis is better for developing physical fitness than pickleball is. Now I've gotten down to a specific claim that is supported by specific research and data and evidence. So now I'm more aligned with the process of critical thinking. I can joke around all day about pickleball. I had rotator cuff surgery caused, the need for that was caused by tennis some time ago, and the surgeon who did my shoulder plays pickleball. He also plays tennis, but and so we had a lot of good, clean fun arguing about the difference between tennis and pickleball. One thing I might suggest to you is do not get into an argument with a surgeon until after the surgery, but that's a whole other story. No, we got along fine. It was all a joke, but now I'm getting into more specific, defensible claims regarding the topic. So what I want to do and what I want you to do is, once you've developed your premise, you have established an argument, now you've kind of gone more specific and you've developed a premise based on whatever conditions you think are appropriate. Before you begin to make your argument, you need to go out and find credible evidence. And it doesn't matter how strongly you believe in something, if you don't take it to this next step, then you're not engaging in critical thinking when it comes to this issue. So what I did was I found a report, this 2023, the asterisk at the bottom of the page, 2023 Sports, Fitness, and Leisure Activities Top Line Participation Report, which is something like 37 pages, and it has a lot of research and evidence from experts in the fitness field. And these are the conclusions that that report arrives at. So now I have strong evidence backing up my more specific premise that tennis is better as a fitness sport than pickleball is. Now, we can then go into all sorts of caveats about, well, if you're at a certain age or if you're in a certain physical condition, tennis is not even possible for you, which I get. I'm going to probably get to that point at some point down the road. So pickleball is better than nothing, and it has some significant benefits. I'm just talking about apples to apples comparison: tennis, pickleball, fitness. Quick review. So when you are developing an argument, developing a claim, establishing a premise, you want to start by at least having a basic understanding of the issue. You want to then provide your reasoning for why you are taking that position, why you are arguing that claim, and then you want to go find the evidence. And you need to be careful. We've talked about this in other lessons about ignoring evidence that disagrees with you and accepting only evidence that agrees with you. You need to be as objective as you can in the process of finding supporting evidence. And if you do that work and you don't find adequate supporting evidence, you need to think about the position you're taking and maybe change it. So this is the process of developing and supporting an argument, claim, and premise.